All right, class. First off, as always, good damn glad you're here. So, like I told you guys, I wouldn't be in class today because um, of my doctor appointment. But I did want to go over some things with you guys, some instructions and some things about the paperwork that you're doing today. Okay. Um, I don't know if you've been given all of it yet or not, but it might be a little daunting when you see how much there is. But I'm going to explain to you guys. Okay. So here's the thing. Today we're going to be talking about incentives and opportunity costs and trade-offs. Okay. Now the thing is, incentives. I think we kind of talked about a tiny bit of it. Basically, what it means is something positive, what it takes you to do something, right? You're given things to do something, like you get money to get good grades. You're given gifts if you're playing sports and you do well. You know, you hit a home run, you score a touchdown, you win your tournament, your match, whatever it is. Um, that's a positive incentive. So there's like, if I do this, I get this. And typically it's positive. Okay. Now, opportunity costs. We've all done this. You've done it. Where let's say you go to a party and you're told, oh, it's going to be awesome, it's going to be off the hook, things like that. You go and it's just like, ugh, it's not even, no, it's just a horrible party. Or you're told, oh, you should watch this movie. Oh, it's so good. You just have to watch it to the end. It's so great. And then you're watching it and you're like, this movie sucks. You know, now that has happened to us all, one way or another, right? We're told something, the hype is there, and it doesn't live up to the hype. See, that's the thing. And then whenever you think to yourself, I could have done this with my time. That was a wasted 2 hours. I could have done this. I could have done that. That's the opportunity cost. When you're thinking about like, I could have done this instead of this crap, what I wasted my time doing. You know, so that's what you're doing in your mind. Now, this paper, this one right here, you don't need the book for at all. Okay, basically, it gives you all the information you need to answer the stuff right in it. Okay, so like right here, number one, I'm gonna go with it with you guys. So it says this girl Chandra's mother's birthday is coming up. She wants to get her a necklace, but she doesn't have enough money, right, for that necklace that the mom wants. Okay. Um, so what are her alternatives? So instead of getting the necklace the mom wanted, what could she get her? You know, and I've had some students say, well, she can get her like earrings, because earrings and necklace, they can tend to go together, and they're cheaper. There you go. That's one alternative. Someone said, how about a cheaper necklace? Maybe not the one that the mom wanted, but something cheaper. That's an alternative. Yeah. So the student said, she could take the mom, instead of spending $800 on that, take the mom to a really nice dinner you know, and maybe get her some shirts, some clothing, things like that. That's another one. Heck yeah, you know. So that's what you're doing on this part. Think of those alternatives. Then when it gets to the choice, you're gonna look at those alternate choices that you thought of and think, what would be the best one? In reality, what would be the best one? And you write that down. Okay. Now the opportunity cost comes to what's going to be the mom's reaction? What's going to be the outcome of it all when she gets the dinner, the alternate necklace, the earrings, whatever you chose? How is the mom going to react? You know, and the good thing is you have to base it off reality. More than likely, what's going to happen? Okay, um, like a student try to say something like the alternate choice. Oh, is I win the lottery and I buy her the necklace. I don't know about you, but I've never even heard of anyone saying to themselves, you know what, today I think I'm going to win the lottery, and they do it. Doesn't happen. We're basing this off reality, guys. That's the thing with these assignments. You got to take your mind out of fantasy land. trying to, I can find the right answer. Sometimes the right answer is not there. The possible best solution, best outcome doesn't always happen in real life. That's why you got to find an alternate. If this doesn't work, what else could I do? Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing for the rest of those. Okay, this one, um, basically, you just got to be a little frugal. You know, uh, if you don't know what frugal means, I mean basically it's a nice way of saying being cheap. But the thing is, you're saving money. So you're looking at this situation here, right? And it says you have to buy one, right? One bag of a book bag, but you got two coupons. Which of these two coupons is going to save you the most money? So, like I told you, you are going to have to do some math in this class. Okay. Are you going to need to know calculus and some of that? No. Are you going to need to know some algebra 2 type of stuff? You don't know the tangent and the sine of this, that? No, you're not. Okay. It's simple math adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. I think the hardest part is dividing fractions, which a lot of you guys have your calculator on your phone. You could do that, you know. So don't get overwhelmed and be like, oh, I can't do this. Like, don't do that. You're just gonna shoot yourself in the foot. Okay. So that's what you're doing with this assignment. Same thing with this part. It continues on with the coupons on the next page, and same thing with the whole um, opportunity cost. Okay. So you can do that. Do this whole thing without the book. Okay. Now the next one you are going to need the book. Okay. It's this paper right here. Okay. It says section two. There it is. Section two in your book, which is, I believe, pages like, it's on the board. I believe it's like 12 through 19, if I remember right. Okay. Um, this back part, you just need to, again, read those pages that I gave you, right? Uh, and really understand what trade-offs and motivation of choices and things like that, opportunity costs, and then you can really answer these questions based off the picture. Okay, so that was pretty easy. Again, it's only one page. This other one's also one page. You don't need the book to help you. But again, it's talking about incentives and trade-offs, opportunity costs. Okay, so the incentive part, what you're going to do with this, it says like donate to charity, and the incentive is, what do you get out of it? What do you get out of donating to charity? You know, uh, and it doesn't necessarily have to be uh, monetary, which means money. It doesn't have to necessarily be all about money. It could be something else, like internally, how you're feeling, things like that. So some students yesterday were saying, "Oh, I would feel good, that I'm donating this money to help out little kids at Valley Children's." There you go, perfect. Some say, "Oh, I get a tax break." Sure, yeah, yeah, you can get tax breaks from donating to Valley Children's and Salvation Army, places like that. Yeah, absolutely. So that is a monetary one for donating to charity, but also internally, hey, I would feel good, that I did something to help out those less fortunate. Great, great. Okay, so that's what you're doing with all these other ones. What do you get out of this? Now, this bottom question, this is the one that's been tricking some students. They don't quite understand it. So let me explain it to you. It says, do you feel that you need to be motivated to do something you won't get an incentive? So in other words, do you need to be pushed, need to be told, hey, you should really do this, you should really do this, even though you're getting nothing out of it? you know you get no pleasure out of it, you get no money, no favors, no nothing. you know would you need to be motivated, pushed to do that thing? Or would you say like, no, I wouldn't do it at all. If I had nothing for me, I wouldn't do it. I get nothing out of it, I waste my time, possibly waste my money, uh you know stuff like that. No, I wouldn't help out. Or would you be like, yeah, I would, depending on how much time and possibly how much money I would have to spend, you know. But again, you get nothing out of it. Nothing monetary, nothing tangible, nothing you could touch and take home, nothing internally like, oh, I felt good doing that. You get nothing out of it. Would you have to be motivated? Or would you say straight up say yes or no? You know? Or would it depend on factors, So explain that. Okay. So hopefully that helps you. It did. That explanation helped students yesterday. Hopefully it helps you. This other side, okay, same thing as before with this paper. Okay, basically you have a scenario. You have three options. Like this one, I gave you the three options. So instead of spending 2 hours on TikTok, I give you three options of what you can do instead: homework, clean, hang out with friends. You're then going to pick which of these three options to you is the best one and explain why. Okay. And as you can see, the next uh, ones, you have to make up the three options. What are some options? Like the next one says, after high school. What could you do after high school? What are three things you could do instead of going from high school to college? What are three alternatives instead of going to college? What else could you do? Okay. And of those three, which one's the best option? Okay. This one after that talks about spending $80 on a pair of jeans. Now, what could you do with that money? What could you do with $80? What are three things you can do with $80? And of those three, which choice would be the best one, in your opinion? Okay, so that's what you're doing with this paper. Okay. Now, this last one, like I told you guys, just like I told you guys, you're going to have to do some math. I told you guys you're also going to need to know to read some charts. Now, the thing is, I want to see how well you can read charts. So I gave you guys this paper. Now, there's three charts, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, there's three charts in here. You're just reading them, answering these questions. Okay. Now, like I said, guys, there are right and wrong answers to this. Okay. Because this is a chart that give you quote unquote facts. So you just can't blindly put, I'm going to put C. And I answered it, so you had to give me points. No, no, because that's not the right answer. There are right and wrong answers on this stuff now. Okay, so you do have to read the chart. You do have to answer this. Okay. Now, with all that said and done, um, do I expect you to finish all of this today? No, no, I do not. But I do expect at least half of this to be done. So of these four papers, at least two. If I get just half of one page, that tells me you didn't do nothing. You did not utilize your time very well. Okay. And you have to remember, next week we go on break. When we come back, that's the end of the grading period. That week is the end of the grading period. So uh, you cannot remember every point matters. So that means you cannot be just wasting your time. You know, you gotta work. As soon as this video finishes, jump on the work. Okay. Also, do not take these papers home. Okay. Now I know some of you guys are thinking to yourself, well, I'll be here on Friday. I'll just, take it, return it. No, because what if happens if you don't come on Friday? And also, let's say you do come Friday. What's the point of coming on Friday if you have the work done already? You know, leave it there. That way, when you come on Friday, you can get the work, get it done. Okay. And then I'll be there to explain anything you need help with. Um, but yeah, do not take this work home. Okay. You guys know the middle drawer, that's your drawer. So be sure to put your work inside there. Again, make sure your name is on every single one of these four papers. Okay. Make sure they're on all of them. Okay. Be sure you put them on there. Um, if you are missing something, Please do not ask the sub for the papers. They don't know where it's at. Okay. Um, you just got to come on Friday, and I can give it to you. Okay. But do not ask the sub. They don't know where it's at. Don't get mad at them. They don't know. Okay. Um, so okay, just be sure you're here either Thursday tomorrow or Friday. Mainly Friday. Okay. So again, if I don't see you guys, if I don't see you on Friday, you guys, you have a good break. You take care. Be safe, and I'll see you guys December 2nd. Okay. Adios.